Hey, what is going on guys? My name is Nort, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I have something pretty interesting to talk to you about, and this is to do with another DLC. And I know I say this a lot, but this is legit confirmed information from Rockstar Games. Although it's not on their newswire, it's on their Steam page, and if you guys are unaware of how you can see this content, I'll leave a link to it down the description below. But essentially, what's been happening over the past few hours is that Rockstar Games have been adding to a password protected DLC in Grand Theft Auto 5. And I just want to point out a few things. Every time we have seen Rockstar Games do something like this only means that a DLC release is imminent, and I will get into that a bit later on in the video. I'm just going to start down with the nitty-gritty, discuss what this content could be and what we could expect. So straight away on the Steam information page around Grand Theft Auto 5, we can see several new posts from Rockstar Games, and it appears that Rockstar have been adding in a whole bunch more content to Grand Theft Auto 5, and when I mean a lot of content. We're talking bucket loads. Like, Rockstar have been preparing this for a very long time, and it wouldn't make sense for Rockstar Games to introduce this into the game files unless they had a DLC release for this DLC in an imminent time soon. So this is probably going to come out next month. Now, if you guys are wondering when this could come out, I'm just going to go off an estimation, and that is when the current time trials end, which is around mid-February. So if you had to ask me, I think this DLC is going to come out mid-February. It could either come out on the 2nd of February, it could come out on the 9th, the 16th, or the 23rd of February. Those are the dates which I am estimating this next DLC to come out, just because it's a Tuesday, which is the day Rockstar Games usually release DLCs, and it's also the only Tuesday dates in February. Now, that is just an estimation, like I said, but that is when I believe we're going to be seeing this DLC. Now, let's get into the information Rockstar Games did provide to us. So if you guys go and check out this Steam page, you will see a whole bunch of just added files, and unfortunately all of these are encrypted, but you can see how many files have been added. For example, an hour ago, you can see 6 different encrypted files. Now, I'm going to go into a few estimations on what these files could mean, what DLC we could expect. So I'm going to go into the obvious one, and that is that this could be Lowriders Part 2. The reason why I say that is because when all of the vehicles were leaked out prior to the Lowriders Part 1 update, we had 12 new vehicles, and so far, 6 of those vehicles have been released. So this could mean 6 different vehicles coming to Grand Theft Auto 5. It's encrypted. There's 6 different encrypted files for 6 different encrypted things. So in my opinion, this could be the 6 new Lowrider vehicles coming to Lowriders Part 2, which of course, if you guys have been following my channel, you will already know that this information has already been confirmed by the most reputable leakers in the Grand Theft Auto community. You can find information for the Lowriders Part 2 in the game files if you search enough, and you might find other things relating to this update. So that is just one theory about what this could be, as there are 6 different encrypted files, and just scrolling down you can see what build ID this is, and also the description of it, as well as the fact it's password required. So unfortunately, we cannot actually access what these files are unless someone manages to decrypt it and get the password, which I believe is happening right now. I'm not too sure. Everyone is on this. Everyone's trying to find out exactly what it is. I just thought I may as well update you on what is happening right now. Now, next up, just another hour ago as well, Rockstar Games also managed to add more things in, which was, of course, another 6 encrypted files. Once again, I have no clue what this is, but it's more content coming to another DLC. And also, an hour before that, Rockstar Games also added in 2 more encrypted files, which I still don't know what it is. And before that, 3 hours prior, Rockstar Games added in more files and more files and more files, loads of files. So the past pretty much 5 hours or so, Rockstar Games have been adding in a load of stuff. Now, if you had to ask me, if this was the Lowriders Part 2, I would not be expecting this much content coming to this DLC, which is why it sparked up other theories that this could be something to do with single player. And the reason why I say this, I'm not going crazy. I promise you guys I am not going crazy. The reason why I say this is usually when Rockstar Games update the Steam files, they always update it in certain sort of depots, files. I don't know the correct term, but as you can see right now, it is all being updated into what looks like QA Beta and QA Beta 2. Now, TesFunds2 also pointed this out as well, whether this wasn't enough for Rockstar Games, whether they wanted to branch out into something else. And I just want to explain this in the most simplistic form to all of you guys, because I know the majority of you probably don't understand exactly what I'm going to be talking about in the next few minutes. I don't fully understand it. I had to go into a conversation with loads of modders, leakers, people who know this stuff and do this stuff. I had to go in a conversation with them, ask them about it, try and get the most simplistic form. So kind of person to person, about not knowing anything about this sort of technical language, I'm going to be explaining a good term for this. Although it might not be the correct term, it is just a term which may help you figure this out in your head. So essentially QA Beta and QA Beta 2 are, in my words, files. Now these don't have to actually be files, it could be something completely different, but in my words, they're files. And when you update something, you add it into that file, like a code name, like for example, it keeps things organized, QA Beta and QA Beta 2. Now recently, Rockstar Games didn't use QA Beta and QA Beta 2. They used external builds, which confused a lot of people because usually when they update something, they add it to QA Beta and QA Beta 2. And as a result of this, loads of people are speculating whether Rockstar Games are creating a new file for something completely different, something single player related, something to do with a single player DLC, something big, something huge, something like a map expansion. And I say this a lot, but this is legit information which Rockstar Games have added into Grand Theft Auto 5. They created a whole new directory for it, and for some reason, this is new. This is completely different. We haven't seen anything like this before, so it has to be something different. It has to be something out of the ordinary, and it has to be something big. Like I said, I just want to explain this in the most simple term to everyone who doesn't understand how this stuff works, like myself. Like I said, I had to go into a call with loads of modders, loads of leakers, people who knew this language. I had to go and talk to them and ask them a simple word to explain in my videos. And just looking at this information as well, Rockstar Games seem to have caught on to the community, because the moment they updated their files with this new information, this went like wildfire. The moment TesFunds2 tweeted this out and started speculating what it could be alongside everyone else on Twitter, the page instantly got loads of high traffic. It said this page is receiving loads of high traffic, and it seems like Rockstar Games changed the external build name, which is what QA Beta would have been, to what looks like Nickest Branch. So I really don't know what Rockstar Games are up to. All we know is that right now they have added in a whole bunch of information into Grand Theft Auto 5, a whole bunch of content, a whole bunch of encrypted files into a whole new directory, quote for quote. Of course, it could be whatever computer language name it is, but I'm calling it directory. So Rockstar Games have definitely got something on the way. It's something big, it's something huge. And if you want to stay updated on this topic, make sure you do click that subscribe button below, as I'll update you with more information about this in the very near future. Anyway, for now, we have to wait and sit on what Rockstar Games have got in store for us today. It's something big, it's something huge, and it's coming soon. Now, before I end this video, I just want to explain one or two more things, and this is to do with Shetland Pony content. Now, if you guys have checked out the Steam page already, you may know that a lot of these IDs, pretty much all of the IDs which have been added in this encrypted content, which is coming soon, directs you to Shetland Pony content. And loads of people are thinking this is to do with single player because of Shetland Pony. Is this going to include animals? Is it going to include something animal related like a pony or something? How are we going to get ponies in online? And this has basically sparked up loads of single player theories. Now, I am not going to go along this theory because looking into the depots, all of the depots are named Shetland Pony, and one is called DirectX and the other one's called VC 2012. So if you had to ask me, I honestly am going to say right now this is nothing to do with ponies. I just want to quickly put it out there. There have been loads of depots with Shetland Pony. In my opinion, it is like an alias. For example, if you take a look at my channel name is 0.4 Live. My actual name is Fred, so that's kind of the same concept, I guess. Maybe if you want to check it out on Steam, you can. But Shetland Pony is simply just another name for something else. So I just want to quickly make it clear that I really don't believe this is anything to do with ponies. It's anything to do with animals coming to single player or anything like that. This has to be something to do with the big DLC though. So I'm not ruling out the entire single player theory. It does make sense to me, and it makes sense to the entire community. Rockstar Games have added in a whole lot of content, and it is something big, something huge. And like I said, it is coming soon. I can't reiterate this enough because it is just huge, and the Rockstar have added in so much content. So it's very interesting. It's a huge mystery, and unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see on what Rockstar Games have in plan for us in the future. Anyway, guys, if you want to leave your thoughts and comments about this, please comment them down in the comment section below. If you do know a lot about computers and a lot about just technical terms, comment that in the comment section below as well. I'm sure it would help a lot of people in the comments understand what this information is, but I can tell you right now it's significant. Rockstar Games have added in loads of password protected content to come out soon, and they never do that unless a DLC release is imminent. They usually make this content prior to adding this in, prepare it, make sure it's good, and add it into the game to beta test it. This is like the final stage of any sort of DLC creation. They make the content, prepare it, add it in to beta test. So I really can't wait to see exactly what is happening, what is going on, but I can promise you guys something big and something exciting is going to happen soon. Anyway, make sure you do subscribe so you stay updated, and be sure to leave a like for more Grand Theft Auto 5 content every single day. Anyway, guys, my name is Nort, and I will see you guys next time.